Hello everybody. In this video, I just want to show you what I got. It's a RETROFLAG case. It's still in the box. It's compatible with the Raspberry Pi 3B as well as the 4 series. And I would like to unbox it and show you how to assemble it. All right, let's go. Okay, so everything's unboxed. As you can see, of course, you have the NESPi 4 case. There's the power, reset, 2 USB ports for devices such as controllers, and of course a cutout for the SD card slot, I'm sorry. Push that down a little bit. And 2 micro HDMI cutouts for the micro HDMI ports. And here's an audio jack and a USB-C power supply input, and you have a LAN port in the back for an Ethernet connection. And here in the back you have a storage unit for SD cards, for micro SD cards, which is pretty cool. And yeah. Oh, yeah, and I forgot to show you right here, this little compartment right here, lo and behold, NESPi 4 case. It has a cartridge, a so-called game cartridge, for the RETROFLAG NESPi 4, and it's a case. It's really a case for an SSD drive, if you so desire to connect a an SSD drive. I'm sorry, I can't speak. To your Raspberry Pi. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Yeah, but for this video, I'm going to save that for a future video. But anyway, close that. And then you have an HDMI to micro HDMI converter cable. Now, this is only necessary if you do not have a micro HDMI cable around. If you don't, you're going to need this, because the 4B, the Raspberry Pi 4B, only supports micro HDMI output. So yeah. Then you have a few heat sinks for the Pi. This is pretty cool. I already have heat sinks on my Pi, so not going to need it. And you have a brushless fan, 5 volt, that operates on 5 volts DC at 200 milliamps. Now, this is pretty cool. You're going to connect these 2 wires to 2 different GPIO pins, one for, the live wire VCC, and then the other one to ground. And I'll show you how to do that later once we assemble the Pi. And here's a screw. Here's an assembly kit, which is pretty cool. It comes with a screwdriver and a few screws, quite a few screws. That's pretty cool. And last but not least, this should have been first, but you have a step-by-step guide for assembling the unit. Now, this should be fairly straightforward. If you're for some reason having any issue assembling it, just leave some comments and I will be more than happy to step you through it as best as I can through comments. So yeah, with that in mind, let's go. Okay, so now that we've disassembled the case, we have been presented with this. It's not as confusing as it looks. It's not as difficult as it looks. I'm going to explain everything. So this board acts like the power source, and this is connected to the power source, this cable, and it basically connects to, the GPIO pins on the Pi. That it basically supplies power to the Pi. And what this thing is it's a USB controller. And it branches out into two USB cables, which you connect to the USB ports of your Raspberry Pi. And then, finally, you'll have the Ethernet cable that connects to the Ethernet port of your Pi. And then you have this. It's the case that goes over it. You already know what the outside looks like. But the inside, now, I have yet to know what this is used for. I'm going to have to do some research on that. If you know what it's used for, tell me in the link in the description. I'm still learning as I go along. But anyway, and here's a place to screw down the fan to secure the fan. Yeah. So now that explanation's out of the way, I will leave you to it. Again, the assembly manual is fairly straightforward. If you need help, leave some comment and I will do my best to walk you through it. One thing I forgot to mention, it's crucial. Make sure you take your SD card out before putting it in and before plugging anything in. It's just caution. It's good practice. That's it. Oh yeah. One thing that I forgot to mention to you is this thing right here, the Safe Shutdown. It's by default set to off. You'd want to switch it to on. And what this does is that it allows you to shut down the Pi safely when you run the Safe Shutdown script. And we'll download the script when we boot this thing up for the first time. So just make sure to switch this from here to on. Okay? Okay. There it is. Now, the only step left in this step is to insert your micro SD card. Reinsert it, because remember, we took it out. And now we're going to plug it in and give it a test run. Let's go. Okay, so now that we have everything plugged in, we are now going to give this a test run. So Just press the power button. Give it a few seconds to power up and boot. It's going through the boot sequence right now. Just loading all the emulators for the front end. And we're in. Yeah, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go over to RETROFLAG configuration utility right here to the configuration, and we're going to go to RESPi config, because we want to enable the SSH server on the Pi so that we can remotely access it from our computer later on to install the Safe Shutdown script. So anyway, here we go. Let's go into RESPi config. And now that we're in RESPi config, we have to first and foremost update it. It's good to update utilities, because if you update them, if there's an update that gives the utility a new functionality and betters it and makes it better, you will get it. If you don't update it, you will not get it. So anyway, yeah, just go down to interface options and go to SSH, and then would you like the SSH server to be enabled? Yes, let's enable it. So the server has been enabled. Okay, mission complete. Okay. Now what we're going to do is reboot the system to load all the settings that we just put in place. All right, so we're back in Emulation Station. And I just want to demonstrate for you guys playing a game. I don't know. It's just me. I love my video games. So yeah. First, gotta wait until there you go. My controller just had to pair with the system. Okay, so what should I play? Oh, Mega Drive. Okay, what game? Look at the games. Vector Man, how about that? And as you can see, I have scraped videos for the rounds. And I'll get into that in another video. But anyway, let's play Vector Man. I always love to do that. This is a really good game. And for an old game, it actually has a good storyline. Okay, let's see if I still have this. It's been quite a few years. The last time I really played this game was back in the mid-90s. I was a kid back then. I was 5 or 6, give or take. So, do the math. Okay. Oh, there's a bad guy right there. I remembered that. Oh, crap. Things. Okay, guys. Yeah, let's go to the PC right now and SSH into the Pi. All right? All right. Okay, everybody, we're at the PC. We're at the desktop. And now we're going to SSH into the Pi. Remotely access the Pi. And in this video, I will show you how to do that with a utility called putty. It's right here. And I left a link in the description so that you can download it. And when you download it, just click on it. And you'll come up and you'll be prompted with typing in the IP address or the host name of your Pi. I'm going to type in the host name. Don't want you to know my IP address. And press enter. You'll get this. If this is your first time SSHing into the Pi, but don't worry about it. Just click accept. And the login, the default login is Pi, the default user. And the password by default, unless you changed it, Raspberry Pi. Kind of makes sense if you think about it. Enter. Boom, we're in the Pi. And yeah. So yeah, we're in the Pi. Now we're going to install the Safe Shutdown script. And I put a download link in the description. So yeah, now we're going to do that. Okay, now when you click on the link, you will be brought to this page. And what you would want to do right here, and what you would want to do is scroll down until you see Pi case. Not this, bingo. Where's my cursor? Right here. This whole thing. And go down to the bottom. You will see a command that downloads the installation script. So like this, copy and paste it, copy, and then exit out of there and then paste it in the terminal, the SSH terminal. Ooh, that looks ugly. Just make it look better. Yeah, so it should look like this. And then just press enter. I already installed mine prior to this video. And in 3 seconds, the system should reboot. And once the system reboots, you should see the red LED in the lower left-hand corner of the case light up. Like I said at the beginning of when I powered it up, you probably noticed oh, why is that red light on? Oh, the red light's not on mine. Well, that was because like I said, prior to recording this video, I installed the script and that activated it. So yeah. That's pretty much it. Please remember to subscribe and like my videos. And tell some friends, some family members, or some other people that you associate with, okay? Thank you and enjoy.